So as you can see from the video, here sticking out. I August 1st, 2021, I got in a really bad accident. The reason for this video is just a reflection. But I'll explain briefly like what happened. I was on the highway on 270 North, headed to meet some friends and friends from high school just for a lunch. My basketball coach from back then wanted to get us together, so I was on my way up there. I had just dropped my kids off to my mom because it's my weekend for my kids, so I had them, so I dropped them off. And right when I was on my way to Easton, it had just started raining, like literally just start. Like as soon as I dropped them off, it started raining, and I was in the express lane to Easton, and this white lady in a black, it was a black car. It wasn't this SUV. It was just like a black 4-door, 2-door. I don't really remember what the make of the car or nothing was, but she was in the middle lane, and she didn't even look to see if she had a clear way to get over into my lane. I was literally, this is her and I'm here, and I'm passing her, and she just got over. And when she got over, the back of her car hit the front of my car. Then my car hydroplaned and spent out. It went through the divide, into the grass. But when it got into the grass, my car flipped, which you see the distance in the video of, you see in the video, my car flipped, and it flipped to where it ended in the spot. And it was I was scared. It was scary. But as the car was flipping inside the car, I remember telling myself, like, this is how I'm about to die, that this is how I'm about to go out. And I was strangely kind of at peace. I wasn't panicking. The turning and stuff was scary, but not the finality of life. Like, I don't know why. It was weird. But once my car was flipping and it stopped, it flipped up on the wheels. I wasn't upside down. But I literally, when the car was flipping, I didn't know where I was in the freeway or anything like that. I didn't know where, if I was still in the lanes. I didn't know where I was at. So I just know that I know I had came to a stop. But the first thing I did, I was so like scared, and I think my mind and my body was in something like a shock, like the adrenaline and all that. Because I looked back in my back seat, and I didn't see my kids in the back seat. So my immediate thought was, I started crying, and I was trying to find this part was the scariest I think I've ever been. I thought my kids were in this car with me, and I thought that they were ejected from the car, because when I was looking in the back seat, they weren't there. So I'm like panicking, and then I like start kind of breathing and calming myself down. And then I realized, like, no, LaRon, you literally just dropped your kids off to your mom. They're fine. So at that point, I kind of just calmed down. So when I calmed myself down, I seen a bunch of like white people run into my car to, like, I guess get me out. But like, with me still being out of it, I don't know why I told myself to play dead. I thought they was about to come finish me off. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about, but I thought they were coming to kill me, pretty much. So I said, play dead. And then when I was looking around, I realized, like, I don't have any blood on me. Boy, get your ass up and get out this car. So I got up. I took my seatbelt off. I did have my seatbelt on. I took the seatbelt off, and then I got out the car. And I'm just like like dizzy. I'm like I'm discombobulated a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on around me, but it's still like I'm still in shock. So um the lady who hit me, that sideswiped me and got me off the road, she never stopped. She fled the scene. So yeah, it was, I don't know if they call that a hit and skip or a hit and run. I don't know what the terminology for it is, but I still don't know who that person is. They sped off, and I think it, not to give an excuse for them, but the way that my car was flipping and went out of control and all that, she probably thought she killed me. So she probably was like, "No, I gotta get out of here." Um, so I get out the car. That somebody, the people who helped me out and just made sure that I was okay. I guess one of them called the police, or somebody called the police or highway patrol. So they came, and then they kind of like checked me. No, the paramedics came, or I don't know which order it was, but the paramedics, when they got to the scene, they wasn't expecting to have to give vitals because of the way my car looked and the way everybody was like standing around. They actually thought that I was probably like dead in the car or that I was killed, until the people told him, no, he's over there, he's standing over there. And I guess by looking at me, they could I wasn't like in any physical pain or anything. I wasn't in any physical pain, or I wasn't bleeding. I didn't have any scratches, no bruises. They was like, that's him right there. And they came over, they got me into the police vehicle, I think the cruiser. And when they sat me down in there, they just took my vitals. They checked my vitals and they said everything looked good. They said, go ahead, sit in this, stay in the car and call whoever you need to call. So I called somebody, and I called my mom, and the phone kept going in and out. So I thought it was my phone, but I think it was just my ear. My ears was ringing, so I really couldn't hear the phone. So she kept hanging up. So I I must have told her what happened, because she kept calling back and like texting like, "You okay? Are you all right? Are you fine?" And then so she called me back, and I told her what happened, and I got in a really bad accident. And she said, I guess she called my brother and his wife, and then they were calling. But by the time I lost connection with my mom, or what I thought was lost connection with my mom, I called my best friend brother. I called John, my brother John, and told the people he was with, the people I was about to go meet for lunch, and told him I got in an accident. But if you know me, my personality, I do play a lot, and I always joking. Like I really, like literally, like I just told y'all, I told myself to play dead, and I think I might even laughed at myself when I even said that. And the paramedics, even when they asked me like, "You all right? You need any help or anything?" And I know I told them like, "Nah, I'm good. My blood is from Sparta." Like from the ancestral line of Leonidas, and they thought that was funny. I was just trying to break the ice or break the awkwardness, I guess. But I called him, and he said, "Yeah, I'm on my way right now." So he was on his way. Then I called my sister first, though. No, I called her after I called my mom, and then my sister said she just came straight on the way, but she said she really didn't trust it either, because she thought that I was joking either. But she came straight on. She was on her way. But the directions I gave them, I didn't know where I was at. I was still discombobulated. I was telling them to come to 270 North, but the cops was like, "I need you to take a deep breath, because you're giving them the wrong directions. You are not on 270 North anymore. Your car flipped to the opposite side of the highway." So long story short, I then got off the phone with them. They were on, my sister and my best friend, they were on their way. And then I called somebody else to go get my kids from my mom, because I had their car seats and couldn't nobody else go get the car seats. So I called the person to go get them. And I didn't even realize what had happened when I called the person. I was still kind of like out of it a little bit. But as I sit back and think about it, it kind of hurt a little bit, because I remember when I told the person like, "I need you to go get my kids from my mom," and the person said, I told her I got in a really bad accident, and I need you to go get them, because I can't go get them. And they just said okay and hung up, which hurt in retrospect. When I think back, in the moment I wasn't hurt about it, just because I wasn't even there presently. But when I think back on it, it just lets me know like where people stand, and like like the like I literally almost lost my life, and my kids almost lost their father. They almost lost their dad, and it just like the way that my year has been going. I'm not really surprised or shocked, but I kind of am, just because I thought that I just thought that in that moment my life meant something to that person, but it that brought me to where the realization is now in my life, where as much as I've done and do, and it's not even just that person, as much as I've done and do for people, um, I can only imagine like if I had really like lost my life, what my social media would have said, or what people would have, the 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 energy, how that would have been about how close we were. Like, you know how people do when people die, and people, it's like just all these different things that have been hitting me, the day past day or two. This is the second day, so the second day after the accident. So yeah, so it's just weird. Not weird, but it's just eye opening. And it kind of like hurts, but it don't. I got like a rejuvenation of my life, like in life, from that accident. Like, I died in that car, figuratively. Um, it made me realize what, as a father or a dad, what time I have and what I need to, like, the how important that my relationship with my kids are, my friends, my like family, like people who have been coming into my life recently, how important these people are. Like right after my kids, I just thought about a specific person and how important that person is and life is, and I it just renewed my spirit as far as what this life and who people are and how people are, um, and how precious life is. Like, even though I wasn't really like scared of dying, I knew that it was coming, but I wasn't like um, panicking to the point where I don't want to die. It wasn't nothing like that. I was really at peace. And then when I really realized that my kids weren't with me, I was really at peace, as far as long as they're safe, I'm okay with whatever happens now and it happens in this moment. But yeah, so the accident really just opened my eyes to people. It opened my eyes to um, situations, conditional, the how conditional people are, or like even in the face of somebody like losing their life. And I'm just not like that. And it renewed spirit and renewed my spirit as a person. And I'm sorry, my friends is keep texting me. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of love though, as far as people, like people I expected it. Like, there's some people I expected from, and haven't. They haven't even called or anything. But the people that have called and checked on me, like my sister, my brother-in-law, my mom, of course, my mom's and siblings, um, my best friends, um, like Eris and Binky, and who else? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said no names because I don't want people to think that. Tracy, of course, Tracy. I shouldn't have said no names because I really, yeah. So yeah, it's just been physically I feel fine. My brother then took me that night. I was so high on adrenaline, I didn't even understand. I mean, I was still on adrenaline, so I didn't feel no pain or anything until that night. That night, um, my brother came all the way out from the north side to Pickerington to take me to the emergency room, because as my adrenaline started coming down, I started to feel tightness in the back of my neck, back of my head, like in this area, and also my ribs started being sore, and I started getting dizzy. So, and I was scared to go to sleep. So my mom's and close friends, they told me, hey, you need to go to the hospital, because if you go to sleep with a concussion, you could not wake up. So I went to the hospital. My brother took me, and then we went to they gave me a CAT scan. It came back clean, but he said I definitely have a concussion. So to just take it easy, drink water and all that stuff, and like no alcohol. So I just actually just been chilling. Like my kids are upstairs now. I got my kids back now, and that felt good to actually see their faces again, because I hadn't seen them since I dropped them off. So to see them again was actually it felt really good to see my baby's faces again. So yeah, I just understand now what my I literally didn't. I walked away from that accident from with all of my bearings. I didn't, like, my little cousin literally just had a car accident, a hit and run, and he lost his legs. And to put things in perspective, I literally walked away from that accident without a scratch. So my reason, the things that I think or I feel I'm supposed to be here for, that I don't focus on, or that I like lollygag with, or I procrastinate with, I'm supposed to be doing these things. So it really opened my eyes to the energy that I need to focus on with the projects I've been working on, and then just my goals and dreams um, for my kids, and then just the family I create, and then my family that I can't that I'm my family. So um, I just wanted to make a video just saying how grateful and thankful I am um, that the power that be, that the universe protected me, that whatever protected me, I didn't get scratched, touched, and yeah, I'm just grateful and thankful for that, and that I can make good on this second chance, on another chance. I've been shot at, I've been stabbed, I've been jumped, I've been in so many predicaments of near death, and I've never felt that now. Like I literally had no control over this outcome. Like I could, in the other stuff that I just mentioned, I could have ran, I could have got somebody, could have came helped in the midst. Like it's so many different variables that could have happened in those instances, that this is made this different, because I had no control over it. I had no control. It was someone protected me, and for that I'm grateful, and I'm going to make good on the things that I need to do to make sure that my kids are in a better position, because just living ain't good enough no more. If you just living, then you're dead anyway. It's not. Yeah, it's just you're dead. You're just taking up space if you're just living. Like it's time to start living life, and doing things that make me happy and make the people around me happy, and using my talents and gifts to help other people. So that's my focus for the rest of this year. I needed this wake up call. I'm so grateful for, if you're watching this, for the people who've checked on me, and just made this conversation, made sure I was okay, and still poured into me to get back to who I am, or not get back, to build on who I am, and actually start doing the things that will change people's lives. So I'm just grateful, thankful. Thank you for watching the video. I'm going to be vlogging a lot more now, and just doing the things that, just vlogging more, and being more active on with these projects. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on now, and you will be hearing or seeing a lot really soon. So thanks for watching it. See you next time on the next video. Peace.